Government Degree College, Dubbak. Let me introduce my friends. Bhargavi from first year BCom.
Good afternoon.
Sonia from BJC first year.
Good afternoon.
Jamna from first year BCom.
Good afternoon.
Kalyani from BJC first year.
Good afternoon.
When we have chosen a title, what's in the name, supervised by Venkat Reddy sir, our English language lecturer. Let me introduce the direction of the study project. Before starting Jignasa 2025-26 student study project, we had fun and about names of people. When we have seen in the change of names, our grandparents and us, we expressed it to our English language lecturer. For the study, we have to know there is a subject on it and we can go for a deep study on it. From the rumination, the title, what's in the names, rose. Names has cultural text reflecting linguistic adaptation and identity and globalization. This is a core concern of social linguistics. Linguistics is the study of names. The study explores the evaluation of practices in Indian society. Names are often the first markers in identity in globe classrooms. Traditional versus modern naming can help users to understand students' cultural background and self-expression. Traditional names are Rajaya, Ramulu, Lachava, Manava, and where the modern names are Raju, Ramulu, Lachava, Madhavi, etc. The objective part will be continued by Bhargavi.
Thank you, Shravanti. The main objectives of study are to trace naming traditions across generations, to explain socio-cultural changes reflected in names, to analyze linguistic shifts in naming, and to understand names as markers of identity and aspiration. Literature insights, cultural texts, traditional names rooted in scriptures, caste and lineage, socio-linguistic shifts. Younger generations adopting shorter, hybrid, globally resonant names. Generational identity, names as act, generational markers, continuity versus individuality. Globalization and media, cinema and popular cultural influence, modern influence, social change. Names mirrors shifts from collectivism to individualism. The next part will be continued by Sonia.
Thank you, Bhargavi. Coming to the section, it is research method, qualitative interpretive approach, treating names, cultural texts, data sources, interviews, observations, scholar studies, sense records, media references, analysis, dividing comparative constructing old age, traditionals with young generation trends. Thank you. Next part will be continued by Jamna.
Thank you, Sonia. Key findings of research. Older traditions, names rooted in a Sanskrit mythology and heritage. Community identity through suffixes like a, ammaya, symbolic meaning tied to spiritual and morality. Younger generation trends. Modern aspirational names influenced by a cinema global culture. Hybridization of English regional languages. Example, Saikiran Divya Reddy. Emphasizes of individuality and uniqueness. Socio-cultural reflection, shift from collectivism to individualism, linguistic simplification and hybridization, names as a mirror, globalization of culture. Next part will be continued, Kalyani.
Thank you, Jamna. Conclusion. Naming tradition in India have transformed from collective, spiritual and heritage-based identities to modern, individualistic and globally resonant expressions. Names remain dynamic cultural texts, negotiating between tradition and modernity, and reflecting broader socio-cultural transformations in society and language.